Hi, we're going to go over a little bit of the difference between code emphasis and meaning emphasis and what that means in, teaching phonics instructions for children today. So code emphasis for phonics instruction focuses on teaching students the alphabetic code by highlighting the relationship between the sound and their letters, which is very important. If you don't know what sound the letter makes, you're not going to know how to sound out the words. So that would include things like blending and being able to segment those sounds off to ultimately build or break apart a word that you're trying to spell. This is crucial in reading and spelling for kids, even at a preschool and kindergarten level. Like, this is when we really heavily focus on those two key components there. And really, it requires the teachers to have a very explicit and systematic teaching style with that. Because if there wasn't any of that, if you switched up how you relay that information, the kids might get confused and lose base of what that means. So keeping it explicit, to the point, repetitive, systematic, doing the same thing for each hunk and chunk of words, how we're blending, how we're segmented, how we're building up on that pedestal to go from very simple phonics up to something bigger than that really needs to have that approach. You can't throw in like a new teaching method halfway through after kids have been so used to doing it before. So lots of great activities for that type of learning would be multisensory learning, reading it out loud, looking at it, coloring it, writing, having a book, having an audio there. That way the kids are being able to utilize all their senses with it, which really helps in the memory retention for them. Now, meaning emphasis, however, is the understanding of the message that the text is trying to relay, kind of just like comprehension in a sense. So this is for students to understand what they are reading, and is often enforced by writing activities that allow for the students to reinforce and gather their own understanding while trying to promote more engagement. So some ways to really cater to meaning emphasis instruction, like how to offer it in the class. My favorite for kindergarten and small kids is to utilize the visuals of the book. The visuals are always going to kind of give the kids a sneak peek of what is to come later. So that is definitely one way, and you can engage with them. What do you think is going to happen next? What is the picture telling you? Can you find the hidden thing in the picture? Where do you think they're hiding next? Those are all really great ways to kind of incorporate the things that they're working on to get the critical thinking working. Now, when the kids are older, however, you could use assessments by giving them a book at their reading level, have them read it, and then ask them questions about it to kind of go from there. Let's see. Now, when you're looking between the two different like code emphasis and meaning emphasis, so the National Reading Panel actually states that code emphasis is important to instruction and is backed by it. If you look at Reading Mastery, the Science of Reading, or the Simple View of Reading, it really bases itself in phonics instruction. So the best reading instruction is incorporated from explicit instruction in 5 areas: phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. If you notice, vocabulary and comprehension is a little bit further down the list. Not that they aren't as important, but if you don't have that base, it's going to be really hard for you to understand, the latter of what we're teaching you. So those studies with, the mastery of reading, the simple view of reading, stuff like that, has shown that proper phonemic instruction will eventually lead to meaning emphasis, but meaning emphasis is not backed itself as something that we would utilize. Again, because meaning emphasis is really just a part of phonics awareness anyway. So there's that.